hello, hello. So I thought we would take a look at this new mod, Fantasia Landscapes. Now, this is from Sky King 2020. This is in no way related to Skyland other than the fact that this is the same modder, okay? Now, this mod is about, I hate the way they don't show the size here anymore, but this mod is about 560 megabytes. Let's hop out and look in the load order real fast. Oh, they make everything such a bear when they make changes and they don't retain some of the old information that you need. It's frustrating to me. About 556 megabytes, okay? I'm leaving it all the way at the bottom because it's a landscape and textures mod, and I'm just going to keep it down here for the purposes of our show. Normally, you know me, I would put my landscapes and textures either up high or down here below everything else. I'm starting to lean back to bring in my textures and stuff back down at the bottom of my load order. That way I can be sure that I'm actually seeing the ones I want to see. But up above, I'll just show you this real fast. Up above at the top. Now this is our show load order. So this is not a load order show. This is not for playing. This is just for showing. Here I have, an SMM, and I have some of these to help make things look better. But I don't have any trees. I don't have any grass. I don't even have a real weather mod. I'm just using like these so that we have a nice day so we can get out and look around. So what we're going to do is we're going to get out and just look around at the landscapes and the textures in this mod, okay? So again, pardon me, scrolling all the way down, it's Fantasia Landscapes, and this is from Sky King 2020. It's pretty big. I wish they would show the size of it here on this screen. I don't know why they decided to change that. Whatever. Anyway, let's get into the game and take a look at this. All right, so I changed my mind just to be thorough. I went ahead and moved Fantasia up here in my load order. So it's under my maps and above my water. I think this is the appropriate place for the way I like to do my load order and for where I like to keep my texture files nowadays, my, things like this. There is a good argument though. Some people say, well, large overhauls should be up top. There is a good argument for that, and I don't hate that. I've been doing that for a while. That's why I have these SMMs and all these up here. But a lot of times I've noticed that some mods will have their own textures, and you're better off having the textures you really want to see in your game down lower below all those other textures, okay? All right, so that's why I'm doing that, just to let you know. You'll probably see more like this in the future, but now let's hop into the game. All right, so we started off here on our showman, the show dude, whatever you want to call him. We started off on him up around Dawnstar. Now remember, I'm using a lot of vanilla assets, but the landscapes is what we want to take a look at here. And I want to take us down around the shore and just real quickly give you a chance to see some of the way this looks. Again, we're going to move around and go to some different familiar places and see what we think of those. But for right now, just to give you an idea of what it looks like around Dawnstar here. And we'll head up to some of the other places, all right? But let's walk around here. See how everything looks out here. I think we're looking pretty good. Looking nice. So there we go. See the iciness out there. And we see our familiar door here. All right, let's move on and look somewhere else. I just wanted you to see what the landscape looks like here. We're going to move on and go elsewhere. All right, so we're here in Winterhold. Don't mind Serana. She's still got her fangs out after me. But just to give you an idea of what things look like around here, let's go walking out of town now. I know everybody wants to talk to us, don't they? It's crazy. Oh, I'm crouching. That was the wrong thing. Let's do a little bit of a run here. All right, so just, now remember the weather is vanilla. There's a lot of vanilla here, okay? So don't be deceived. But the landscape textures and a lot of this, I think, I'm not using a snow mod. Whatever he's doing for snow in this mod looks pretty good to me. Now, it may look a little, I don't know. I think I'm kind of liking it. I don't know if there is an actual change or if I'm seeing, well, I'm betting money that there is an actual change. I kind of like this snow. It looks like it has a good texture to it. See that? And it looks white without being too white. Of course, I haven't done anything to mess that up. And then, I don't know, it looks pretty good. And there's shades of it. There's, So yeah, I think this turned out well as far as that goes. And you'll notice also the mountains and everything. I just want to show you everything I can show you. And then we'll go back and look at the mod again. Let's see if we can get out of here before we have to fight something. Let's go outside of Windhelm. Alright, so it's nighttime here outside of Windhelm. You can kind of look around. Now again, remember I'm still using a lot of vanilla assets. But we're just trying to get a look at the landscapes and the textures like that. We have some bridges stuff. I'm going to fast forward us to daytime, but I think at night, now remember this is vanilla night, so it's pretty bright. I think it looks pretty good, right? Okay. All right, so we're back to morning now. And things are brighter. Now, I've not toned down the brightness of this game, I don't believe. I do have display enhancements, but I haven't done that yet. You can certainly do that. But here, I just want to show you this mod. I don't want to get into showing you other mods. Look at the bridge here. The bridges are part of what's affected. We will talk about some of that. But I think I like this bridge. The roads, there is a road bundled with this. We'll look at some of this in the description before we vacate the video, okay? But, yeah, there's a lot of good stuff here. Let's move on. You can take a look at the mountains here, but I'm going to move us on. All right, we're outside of Riften, and this is evening time, around 5 o'clock. And you'll notice the sun. We're getting a little bit of sunshine like that. That looks all right. But I just want you to get a chance to see, kind of feel how the landscape and the textures here, give you that fantasy feel. I think overall we're hitting a good fantasy note with this. And I think he's probably right. Some of this may not have fit into Skyland very well, because this is definitely more of a fantasy feel, which I enjoy personally, though I really love Skyland. Y'all know I've pretty much been promoting that for the past 3 or 4 years at least. But yeah, I like this good too. This is great, right? Look at all the landscape and textures on some of these things, which again we'll look at the description on our way out to make sure and see if there's anything else. There's some people I don't want to get involved with right now. I don't want to have to kill them all, but just give you a chance to look at that. Okay, we're in Ivarstead. It is nighttime, but this time I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna leave it at nighttime. And let's just take a look around. Sometimes I kick this stupid head and it goes flying. There you go. But yeah, I think some of this looks really great. I think the bridges and things look nice. Again, we're just trying to get a feel for the road, the landscapes, the different textures for the rocks. I can't think of it all right. The dirt cliffs, things like that, things like this here. We're just trying to get a look at some of these to see what we think. Oh, you know what? There is one thing I want to check. Hold on.
On your way up the 7th.
All right, so to give you an idea, you can look here at the rocks here and the cliff over there. You see that and see the way that looks. Looks good. I think all that looks good. Now we are at nighttime, okay? But I'm using a lot of other vanilla things, so we have plenty of light, and I think you can see really well. Everything looks good. Let's entertain ourselves for a moment. Let those guys go. Let's go across this bridge, which also is affected from my understanding. And let's just look up here for a minute. Yeah, okay, so that looks nice. Mind you, I can't show you everything. That's why I thought if we just walked around and got a feel for it and see what we thought of it, that would be a good idea. And then we're going to move on here in just a second. But just to give you an idea. Now this is, of course, this is what it looks like right now in my game. I'm not using a lot of things that would affect it, but I think it has a good fantasy look to it.
Where'd you come
from? We're just always disturbed. Alright, so let's look at the Guardian Stones here. I think these were affected. Again, we will look at the description and make sure that I'm remembering correctly, but I think I am. I know they also said mines were affected. Alright, so we're going to go try to take a look at the mine up here, Embershard mine, because that's something that's supposed to be affected. I'm going to try to do this pretty quickly, so we're going to sneak, and I hit the wrong button again, but we're going to sneak. I'm wearing the God Ring, so that will pretty much make me invisible. Now for Serana, this might be another story. I tried to dismiss her, but sometimes she doesn't leave, so, you know how it is. Some girls just hang around forever, right? Alright, so we're in the mine. I'm not going to use my torch. We're just going to go through and kind of look at the mine. We're not going to go through all of it. We're just going to take a quick look. I think the textures here look good. Everything looks appropriate to me. The wood looks good. All of this stuff looks pretty good. Notice the boards here, because I think some of this would be affected as well. Maybe all of it, we have to kind of imagine. Okay, so I think we're looking pretty good here. So I'm going to head on back out. Let's go somewhere else. Alright, so I want to show you the landscape here around Falkreath. This is somewhere where we go looking to look at the trees and stuff a lot. We walk around here. But here, just to show you the dirt cliffs and different things you're going to see, the rocks, the mountainside, all of this. Now, not the trees. Remember, trees and grass and all that, I don't have anything to do with that right now. I'm being vibrated like there's a dragon nearby, but let's just keep going. So, alright, this looks good. Everything looks pretty cool. We can walk up this way for a minute just to get a feel for things. I think it's looking good. We have a nice fantasy feel here. Alright, what's over here? Aha, well, trouble for sure, right? Let's see, let's go to sneak mode. Basically, we'll be kind of invisible, and we'll just take a look here at this broken down fort. I'll call it that. I know there's some bad guys here. We've not dealt with them. So you can look around and see what's here. Still in sneak mode with the God Ring, so basically invisible to all these people if there's anyone here. Normally, oh yeah, there's some people here. Okay, but they're ignoring me. That's pretty normal. Alright, so this looks pretty good, right? Everything looks good. Okay. Alright, let's move on. Alright, we're here in Markarth. We're outside of Markarth, really. out here at the stable, but I wanted you to have a chance to just see how everything looks here. See the mountains. Now I am running the fog mod that I use. What's the name of that? Well, it's Obsidian Mountain Fogs. That's what it is. I am using that. So that's going to contribute to some of the fogginess that you see. But I think overall you get a good idea of this mod here and the kind of the fantasy appeal. The fantasy appeal. But no, it's got good appeal, I think. And this allows you to, use other things for your architecture and different stuff like that. So you can mix and match and add things in as you like. Okay. So just to give you an idea of what this looks like out here, I think it looks good. All right, here we are in Dragon Bridge. It's another place I have to come and show you. See how the road and the bridge looks. And the bush in our face. Okay, let's move on. Anyway, just to give you an idea of what everything looks like around here. I think everything looks pretty good. Let's go up this way. We don't have to go up and see the snow stuff because we've already looked at snow stuff. The snow landscape and all. I think, oh, we got a face full of bush there. Ha ha. Well, anyway, let's move on. We just won't even talk about that. So here you go. All the rocky exterior, the path, all of this. Oh, there's some people I would like to kill. I would. I'm resisting the temptation. Okay. So there you go. I think overall we've run around and looked at nearly all the landscapes, but there's one more we should probably go see. My mistake. There's two more. One is out here in the marsh around Morthal, and you can see the moon's out. It's nighttime, and we're outside the vampire's lair. But just to give you an idea of what this looks like, you can look at it here at night. We've got some frostiness here. This is all frozen. I think all of this looks really good. I'm kind of liking this whole mod from what I see. Yep. Okay. So, yeah. This looks pretty cool. Look at all these dirt things. Just look at the landscape. That's what we're trying to do. Just look at the landscape, look at the different things, see how it looks. I'm like moving around probably a little too much, maybe a little too fast, but you get the idea. So there's one more. Let's go check out that. We have one more place to go look, but I wanted you to have a chance to see this. All right, so now we're outside of Fort Greymoor, and we're going to walk toward Whiterun, okay? This is pretty early in the morning, around 8 or 9 a.m. Just want you to have a chance to see the path here and the tundra out here. We're going to want to see some of this, and then I think we're going to call it. I think you can see enough to tell whether or not you like these textures and the way these things look. Admittedly, like I said, using some vanilla assets, grass and weather and trees, not really got anything new for those, but I'm liking this landscape pretty good. I think you could do, add some other mods like you want and have a very good looking game with some fun stuff. So, yeah, I think I like this fantasy look. It's kind of bright, but it's not too bright. You notice the snow was not overly bright, but it was bright enough, and it really made me think it was snow. Now, I'm pretty sure that this mod is changing the snow, but I'm not 100%. We're going to look at the description again when we get out of here. But just notice this landscape here. I think it's looking good. I like the idea of the green tundra here. And then you can do whatever grass you want to go with it. And trees, of course. All right. So I think this looks very good. let's hop out and let's review the mod description for a minute and see if we're right about what all this changes, okay? All right, so we've been looking at Fantasia landscapes, about 556 megabytes. I don't have a lot of mods that would have any effect on this mod because I'm not using any grass or trees or anything. So now here they mention what they included: bridges, roads, mountains, dirt cliffs, glaciers, caves, mines. We didn't go into everything, okay? Tundra, pine forest. Okay, pine forest, reach, rift, frozen marsh. We saw that. Volcanic tundra. I didn't see that. Oh, snow and ice. So I was right. The snow looks very good. I really like a lot of things in this mod. Coasts, rivers, giant rocks, ore veins, clay deposits, stone quarry, standing stones, and more. So, a lot of things, right? A lot of things are changed by this mod, but I like it. So, I may even use this in a future playthrough. I may have to restart my Legacy of the Dragonborn due to some. I had an issue with a weather mod conflicting, believe it or not, which is kind of weird, and I'm going to do a little episode on that. But so I may use this instead of Skyland and try to tone down. I feel like I'm stressing the game out with my Legacy of the Dragonborn playthrough. It feels like at times the game is a little slow on the frame rate, and I've noticed when I stream it, it really catches hard in some places. So I want to try to, reduce some of that. And this might be a good alternative. Of course, that means I won't have all of the Skyland features, but then I can do some other lighter mods if I want to update anything else in the game, such as grass or trees. So just a thought. All right. So this has been Fantasia Landscapes from the Sky King, and it's a very good mod in my opinion. I like it. So hopefully you'll like it too, okay? Thanks for watching. Hope you have a wonderful day, and I will catch you later. So I want to acknowledge these people who directly support the channel. I really do appreciate that, and I really do appreciate everyone for watching the videos and interacting.
This has been an OwwThatSmarts production.
Game over.